I'm here with comedian Tyree.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing today?
Hello. My name is Ruby.
How you doing, Ruby?
I'm doing great, thank you. So I guess to start off, exactly what do you do?
I do skits, which is comedy. Like I'm in a comedy room where like I make jokes, make funny videos for people, anybody around that I try to make their day type of thing. Like I try to make everyone laugh and have like a good time. Someone could be down today, they see my video tonight, they'll be happy by tomorrow or probably even in that moment, I would say. So that's my kind of goal, make people have a better day and like them kind of in a way too.
Okay, so would you consider yourself a comedian? Yes.
I
Actors, sir?
I would say yeah, a content creator because I kind of do everything. I do YouTube, I be funny, I do everything. So, but I just don't make music though. I do everything else though.
Okay, so for those who don't know you, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Florida, but my mom was born in New York, so I kind of like go like all around. So, but I live in Boston now, so I'm just here right now. I'll say.
Right. So, let's talk a bit about growing up, your background. How was your life growing up? Family, household?
Now, my mom has 7 kids, so I want to be the one that want to make the change or like the big step to like kind of give her the American dream. I'll say so where she like, cause I live in a project, so like it's kind of hard. I wouldn't say hard, but it's hard where she's from. So I want to make sure I want to do something that like changes her mind, that to take my family out of poverty. I'll say to like make a bigger change for like not even just me and my family, but like generation wealth. I'll say.
Are you and your siblings and your mother very close?
Yeah, we all close, we all tight. So I love my mom right there. She might about to die. I'll say.
Okay, that's very cute. Aw. So what made you want to get into content creating?
I think when I was like younger, everyone told me I was funny, so I kind of was like always brushed it off. I'm like. Then like when I kept getting older, everyone kept was like, "Yo, you should do videos. Like you're actually funny. Like you probably go big with it." So I kind of like one day, I think when I was in like what 7th, 6th grade, I was thinking about doing stuff like that, but like I never really, like I said, for me, my mom was in a project. I never really had money, so my mom, I never really had a phone, but I had a phone, but it was not a service. It was just always mixed around. But then when I was growing up, I got a job, and then after that, I started like doing on get a better phone so I could record. And then when I started recording, the support and everything was already there, so I just started to take off and just, yeah, I'll say something like that.
Would you say it added not a structure, but a change in your daily life?
No, it definitely did. Definitely did, I'll say. Why? Because, like, I seen people coming up to me during, like, situations where I'll be in the mall with my friends. I'll see people come up to me and say, yo, you made my day. You're mad funny, da da da. Which I feel like that makes me, like, feel better in every single type of way, I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, I did watch a couple of your videos before you came here, before we started. There's one I did see. It was the one where you were in the mall. I think it was like 2 security guards
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
yellow jacket.
Oh, yeah.
It was the part where you actually ran off. Do you ever get scared? Like, you know,
Oh, me, nah. Cause I'm
something's
already.
going, not like something bad will happen, but like maybe you get like into trouble or something.
Oh, nah. I wasn't really scared, but I'll say like, I do it for my supporters. So for me, I try to make them be happy as possible and try to for me make them feel better any type of way. So anything for them, I'll say. So I wouldn't say I was scared, but yeah.
Exactly. How did that turn out though? Like,
Oh, nah, I left after I ran out. That was the end of the video.
Like you were gone.
Yeah, it's just someone ended up seeing me and then they sent me the video. Like, well, like no, they sent it to me through my DM, and then I was like, oh shoot, and then I just took it and then posted it. So it was like, oh shoot, it was like a win-win.
So it wasn't something you guys kind of like went in the mall intentionally to do?
Oh, nah. It just happened. So like, someone I knew sent me the video because they worked there, and they said like they didn't know it was me though. But until like after somebody mentioned something that happened in Braintree, and I was like, oh yeah, I was there, da da da. But then someone said they had a video for it, so then I was like, I just took the video and then I posted it, and then I think Worldstar posted it, and then it got like what, probably like 8 million views. I'll say like right now.
So then what were you doing at the mall for that to happen?
Oh nah, I was just with my friends trolling around, but then they ended up leaving, so yeah, it was just yeah. Cause you get kicked out of the mall now to do anything. You could record anything, so they just kick you out. So like, yeah, they was trying to kick me out. I guess I'll say.
Okay. So what would you say is your, besides creating content for others, within yourself? What's the motivation that keeps you going to do this?
Not for my mom, feel me? I want her to feel like I don't want her to feel like it's a waste. Like I would say, like I don't want her to be like, oh, like all my kids, like I want to have a purpose for herself. Like for me, 7 kids, 8 kids that she has. I want her to be like, wow, like I want her to feel proud. I want her to feel proud for what she did, how I grew up, because there was a lot of struggles in between that. So I want to make her like feel like it's not a dream. I want her to feel like we can get through it together and like push her up and everything type of thing.
Okay. So with content creating, have you ever felt like you wanted to give up on it, or? Not really, never. But I definitely took breaks because of just like stuff that would just go on behind closed doors. But I would always come back to it regardless because I know my purpose. So I would say. Okay. What can your supporters do to help you reach your goals?
Um, I just say share it more because the more shares I could get, the more people that could view it, tune in, and understand what's going on and see the picture I'm trying to have going on for my future. I'll say.
Okay. Where can your audience find you?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that. Yeah, practically almost every platform. I say.
Okay. I mean, share your name.
Oh yeah, y'all can follow me at It's Tyree on Instagram. There's an extra at the end, and my TikTok's the same thing, and my Facebook is Tyree Biz with B's 2 Z's. Yeah.
How does it make you feel when you see your videos being shared, positive comments, people liking it, making them happy and more?
Nah, it make me feel good because actually when I first started, like I didn't really think it was gonna be something big. I kind of was just playing around with it until I really seen people was like, oh, you're funny, da da da, and then everything happened. I wouldn't say so quick, but like usually there's people that do it for like 8 years and they don't go nowhere, or like certain things is not really where they want it to be, and then but like mine was like my friends supported me, like everyone was kind of like through the process it was kind of smooth, so it's like it made me actually felt like oh like it kind of uplift me, so I kind of want to go harder and then keep pushing, and I'll say so like yeah.
Okay. How do you come up with your skits? Is it something that just happens, or do you plan it ahead?
But like I kind of plan it ahead because usually I'm always messing around with my friends. Like we messing around every day. Like our life is a skit. Like we joke around so much that it's like it's just all. The only thing that needs to happen is just need to be on the camera. So we just put it on the camera and we kind of like do it instant. Like whenever we do something funny that we think is funny, we just do it and then post it on Instagram or anywhere and see what it do if it. But 9 times out of 10, it's been going kind of good. So I feel like. I guess that's how I kind of come up with my ideas. Or sometimes I kind of think of some creative things that people never really done because a lot of people copy each other. I don't want to really be in that lane and stuff, so.
Okay. So, a lot of people think there's a lot of hidden talent in Boston. Massachusetts overall, but mainly in Boston. So do you think it's harder to get where you want to be?
I feel like yes, but also no. Because I feel like a lot of people kind of like just lazy. Like, not a lot of people really want it for real. Some people kind of just like, they want the image just to be like looked at as somebody. They don't really want to, they don't have no purpose behind it. So they don't really go hard enough, I'll say. Some people do go hard enough, but just some, I guess like, it's just like, I don't know. It's like a weight type of thing. Like you got to actually want it really bad for it to really just like be there for you, I'll say.
And so you think motivation is the only thing that will be a setback for people?
Well, some people, because some people just do it for fun, I feel like. Some people just, yeah, some people don't have a purpose for it. Some people just want to do it to look cool. So I'll say, yeah, sometimes it could be a setback, I'll say.
So, within Instagram and TikTok, there's a lot of content creators going around.
No, that's a fact.
Who would you say you would want to collaborate with?
Someone I would want to collaborate with would be like Kreyol, because Kreyol, he relates to me, like he's Haitian. For me, I see this type of video, so I would say it's kind of like relatable to see like kind of like with my situation and stuff. So I say, yeah, Kreyol be somebody, Kreyol Dolo.
Yeah. I'm not really familiar with who he is, but
oh, yeah.
Let me take a hint. Is he that Haitian guy that goes, is that the type of guy you
are? Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. He's funny.
Nah, facts.
So how does where you live affect your content creating?
If cause nobody in Boston really like it's crazy because nobody in Boston kind of like I would say break the door. Like there's no one I could really be like I look up to from Boston because it's like no one really wants it as bad. So like that's why I feel like when I like when I went to a mall one day, some kid came up to me and was like I was looking for something in the mall. I'm like, yeah, you have something here, da, da. He was like, nah, but I know I know he's like Tyree and I'm like, huh? Like I was just looking for something. I didn't really ask him. And I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, oh, I watch your videos, da da da. He said, yo, I like what you're doing for Boston, you keep it up. And I was like, oh, I respect it because like there's nobody else because he was telling me that there's no one else in Boston that he could really even say the same thing to or look up to like say anything like that. So I kind of looked at it as like a kind of uplifter type of look thing. I'll say.
So how would you say you feel or like come across when I would say you just out shopping, like you said, the mall, you go to the mall, you know, to buy a shirt, pants, shoes, or whatever, and somebody just comes up to you like, oh, is that you? Hey, I've seen you before.
Like it depends though. It depends who I'm with. Like, cause I remember one time I was in the movies. Some I don't know who it was like I don't know who he was. I didn't even know who he was. He had like a shiesty on. I'm in the movies, so I'm just chilling, and then he come up to me. He was talking about I know who you are, this, that, and the third. So I'm thinking he's trying to rob me. I don't know what's going on. I say, yo, nah, this is not happening in the movie theaters. Next you know, he was like, nah, I'm a supporter. I like your videos, this, that, and the third. And then the person I was with was like, you know him? I was like, nah, I don't know who that is. So then it depends. It like weighs out. So like sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it could be like I don't know what's going on type of situation. Like
okay. So who would you say you look up to as a role model?
Like I would say as like a couple people I'd say is my mom, but I don't really have too many because not like there's no really buddy from Boston I could say I could look up to. I'll say, but I'll say other people would be like other content creators that like to be honest any big content creator. So I'll say like Kevin Hart, like like actors too, some actors, but right now I don't have a name for come out, but like actors and stuff like that. So I'll say something like that.
Do you watch a lot of Kevin Hart?
No, I mean kind of, sort of, a little bit, but I grew up watching him a lot. But as I got older, I kind of stopped watching him less. But I was watching him when I was a kid, so I kind of like took my funniness from him. I say a little bit.
I watch a lot of him. He's really funny and short.
Nah, thanks.
Funny short man. So back to the question when I had asked, there's not many supporters in Boston. I would say, why do you think that is?
Cause there's no one has yet kicked the door down for Boston. I'll say like kind of like where it was like everybody knew that one person that was like, oh yeah, he came from the struggle and he kind of like made it like he actually like he's somebody like everybody who knows like not just someone like that's kind of like out the way but they give back to the community like just a lot of things. There's no one that has done that and people kind of be off with the support. Like people kind of half support people so just in case they make it they could say they was with them. It's just a lot of corny stuff nowadays. Like people don't really like to support unless you kind of already getting lit or if you're lit already. So it's like I have to support him or he's gonna leave me. So it's like kind of type of thing I'll say.
Why do you think that is?
Because a lot of people kind of like they don't believe in nobody because no one has opened the door to like be like, all right, so this is the person that made it. So like no one has kind of made it where it was like there's belief. Like there's no belief. Like no one has made a belief where it was like, oh my god, like he made it. Like I could do it too. Like or like someone else could do it too. So it's like that's kind of what's like the biggest thing. Like no one has opened the door for like Boston, I'll say.
Because I see like a lot of people, for example, they'll support people from other states.
Yeah, like one thing about me, I actually have supporters. Like half of my supporters is from New York too, so it's like half Boston, half New York, and some from Florida too. I say.
So do you think Boston supports you well or enough?
They do, but it's like the fact that it's half and half with New York is crazy. Cause like I kind of grew up here, so it's like wow, like what's bro, like how New York competing with y'all? Like what? That's crazy. Like, but I have some friends from New York that doing their thing too, so I shout out them too. They're doing their thing.
Okay, so where do you want this content creating to go? Do you want to be an actor, stand-up comedian, have your own show?
Now I want to be in movies. That's actually one of my biggest things because I want to be able. One day I bring my mom to the movie. She see me on the screen, so it's gonna be. That's gonna make her day. I don't think she's gonna do nothing after that. She gonna cry. She gonna do everything. So that's one of my biggest things. I want to be able to be in a movie theater where it's like I bring all my siblings. They see me on the screen, so it's like. I guess, make them proud, I'll say, somewhat. So acting is one of my biggest things. That's something I want to make a big transition to, I'll say.
Does your mom get very happy when she sees you on the screen? Just by the way you're explaining.
at first, like, she kind of, like, wanted me to, like, I mean, she kind of wasn't with it, kind of, because it was, like, she didn't know if I was doing it just to be funny or if I had a purpose, really, or if I was just trying to just do it just because, but her thing is, though, she likes school. She wants me to go to school, which I probably am going to go to school, but right now I'm, like, taking a little break and stuff. But, like, she's just about school. So, like...
As every parent.
Yeah, but she started to see that I was kind of doing something, so it kind of made her, like, oh, I respect it, kind of, like, if that makes sense a little bit. I'll say, yeah.
Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Oh, from 5 years? I'm trying to get into acting, so, like, 5 years, I'm trying to just go hard, do everything I need to do, stay consistent, stay, like, motivated, I'll say, and then try to jump into the acting lane where I could, like I said, be in movies and etc. and stuff like that.
Since you want to be in, movies in the production area, what big production would you like to collaborate with?
As in, like, movies or just, like,
I would say, in general, in the film production, content creating, talk shows, acting.
I would definitely want to be on, like No Jumper. No Jumper is a good one, but I think it's in Cali, so that's cool too. I would say Cheese, and the other ones are cool too. So it kind of any to be honest that really offers me to go up there, I don't really mind type of thing. I'll say.
Okay, so what big I would say actors would you want to collaborate with? Not content creators, but actual actors.
Oh, like I would say Kevin Hart is definitely one, cause I gotta see if he's actually funny in person or he's behind the script behind this, but and probably Chris Rock too. That's why I couldn't tell at the awards he got smacked if it was a joke or if it was real.
Honestly.
So I don't know. That's why I said they played the role too good. So I gotta see what's really going on behind all that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you. They really played it well. I was trying to figure out, did you really slap him? Yeah. Or did you plan it? Only because after that, there seems to be no prior, like, continuing conversations.
I know, it's kind of died out. It died out, so...
Yeah, so I'm probably going for it. It was probably as good, honestly.
Yeah, probably. I feel like... That's why I'd be kind of like... That's why the lane's too crazy. I wouldn't want to get smacked on camera in front of my mom. Like, that's crazy. But, like, it don't really matter. I mean, if it's making him money, though... Shit.
So, like, if it was just a funny skit, they said, okay, you're announcing the awards, and then you say something funny, and someone's supposed to come and, like, slap you or cut you out. You wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't be jacking that. I would rather be the nigga the person that smacks the other guy. Because I would feel more better that. Because then I know my mom could see that guy. He had a reason to. See me get smacked on the camera, my mom's going to be disappointed. Especially at the awards. Yeah, I'm good. Rihanna's there, all her celebrity crush. Yeah, I'm good. My celebrity crushes, all that. Watching me that, man, I don't care how much money it was. I'm good. To get smacked is crazy.
So if you were in Chris Rock's position, what would you do?
Nah, I would say cut. Yo, this is not what's gonna happen. I say I don't know if this is a video skit, Frank. That's not what's not gonna happen. I probably would have smacked him back and started a fight. So it would have went left. I would say.
Is there anybody you would like to give a shout out to? Any recognition?
I got some of my boys right here. They up next.
It's your boy No Chill Fredo. You feel me? Follow me on IG. This my man right here.
My boy. I'm not G2 famous.
That's
I'm up and coming on YouTube.
Yeah, you're gonna be big.
Dog, tune in. We got a couple projects on the way. Like, I know. I've been slacking OD.
Nah,
like,
facts.
Bro, we be busy. I ain't gonna lie. You
Nah,
feel me?
facts.
Some busy than others. But, like, I'm never going to let anything get in the way of that. We always going to be, like, right on top.
Nah,
like, we're going to make it out one way or another. Like, I promise.
That's
you
a
feel
fact.
me?
That's a fact.
Like, we got to die first. You feel me? That's the only way we ain't going to make it out. Only if we die.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yes, sir.
Why you holding my hands?
You
You see, that's stuff like that. And then we be like, oh, that's a skit.
Yeah, nah,
type
fact.
thing. You feel me?
Nah, small stuff like that. Nah, that's a fact.
It's the love.
It's
The
the
love.
love.
Producing love. Showing love.
Nah, that's a fact.
But I ain't gonna lie, I got lust for y'all.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
No, I really got lust for y'all.
Alright,
No, like eye contact. I got lust.
Alright, bro. Alright.
Let's see.
No, he said eye contact.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, y'all got